Hello everyone, thank you for joining my presentation. Today I will be discussing my final project on the benefits of learning culture. Over the next 15 minutes, I will be explaining what a learning culture is, why it is very important in today's fast-changing environment, and how it's the benefits both employees and organization. I'll also talk about some of the theoretical that support the idea of learning culture, the challenges companies face when they are trying to build it, and some practical recommendations. By the end, I hope to show that learning culture is not just a nice extra. It is a strategic necessary for the success. We live in a world where technology, customers' needs, and competition we are changing faster than ever before. Organization cannot simply rely on the time training problems anymore. They need to create a learning culture, an environmental where employees are consistently encouraged to learn, share knowledge, reflected, and innovation. A true learning culture a true learning culture, if I want to explain it, true learning culture goes beyond the formal training session. It includes everyday problem solving, peer-to-peer collaboration, and the ability to unlearn old practice while adopting new ones. Companies like Google and Microsoft have shown embedding learning into daily work in one of the best way to stay competitive. Several theories explain why learning culture is important, and human capital theory suggests that knowledge, skills, and abilities are like assets. They increasing productively and the long-term value. Social exchange theory focused on the trust and respectfully. When companies invest in employee growth, employee respond with a loyalty and a commitment. The resources-based view argues that learning culture is a rare and hard to copy resources that creates competitive and advantages. Um, the organization learning and knowledge management theories shows how companies acquire and share knowledge across all the levels. Finally, transformational leadership highlights how leaders play a key role in the creating an environment where learning thrives. Together, they all the theories provide the strong foundation for why learning a culture matters. One of the strongest cases for the learning culture is impact on the employee. When organization invest in the consciousness in development, employee experience four major benefits. First is they develop new skills that supported career growth. Second is they feel happier and they are more motivation at work. Third year they become more adaptable and in the face of the change. And the fourth be they feel engaged and are more likely to stay with the organization. Each of these outcomes continues to personal success, but it also reinforces long-term organization stability. I want to show this one, the skill development. The most direct benefits of a learning culture is development. Development can improve technical skills, like learning new softwares on the data analysis, as well as software skills like communication and leadership. Companies like IBM and Google embed learning platforms into everyday work, ensuring the employees that remain up to the data in fast-changing industries. Beyond the immediate skills like problem solving and, for example, adaptability, These skills give them more confidence to in their careers and increase their long-term employability, which is the true makes that they are more motivation to continue their current organization. Job satisfaction and motivation. Sorry about that. A learning culture also improve job satisfaction and motivation. Employees feel value when organization invest in their growth. Instead of feeling stuck, there are opportunities to progress and improve. Learning breaks the monotony. Sorry for my yeah. Improve learning is, if I want learning, breaks off the monotony of routines tasks by offering new challenges, which keeps employee engaged. For example, research has shown that hospitals with strong learning environments have happier nurses and lower, for example, mistakes. Similarly, Microsoft in adoption of the grow mindset. Culture has shift employee, for example, perspective challenges and the new scenes as the opportunities. Uh, this makes work more meaningful and this makes more meaningful and makes more motivation for all the workers. Adaptability and resilience. Another the key benefits is adaptability in learning culture. Employees are trained to question assumptions, test new idea, and reflect it on the results. These creators can, which is crucial during times of the crisis and the rapid changes. The great example is the COVID-19 and pandemic. Companies which learning about the culture transmission more the smoothie to remote work become their employee were already use the adaptability quickly and learning new digital skills. Employee in this organization reported less stress and more confidence compared to those employees without a strong learning focus. A learning culture is not only supported performance but also improve the well-being. Organization benefits. The organization has got some benefits, and I am going to for example, some example of organization benefits. Organization benefits just as much employee first. Learning culture promotes knowledge sharing and collaboration across teams, breaking down soils and sorry for I should make it again. It has got problem. I don't know why my camera. Sorry for that. An organization benefits just as much employee first learning culture promotes knowledge sharing and collaboration across teams, breaking down soils, and second, they feel very motivation and by encouraging employee to experiment without a fear of failure. It is very important. Third, they can improve adaptability, enabling companies to pivot during crises. Fourth, they can boost overall performance and created competitive advantages. Finally, they support the leadership development, ensuring that companies always have people ready to step in the future leadership roles. In the short, leadership culture strengthens both daily operations and long-term strategy. I'm going to knowledge sharing, explain about the knowledge sharing. And if I want to explain about the knowledge sharing, it is one of the most practical benefits is knowledge sharing. In companies with learning culture, employees are encouraged to share experience to each other and across departments. This breaks down soils and improves decision making and creates collective intelligence. For example, tweeters Twintos principle relies on the continuous learning from every employees and even the production line. In the healthcare, team-based learning culture improve patient outcomes by enabling doctors and nurses to collaborate more effectively. This example shows how knowledge sharing translates into the real improvement in performance. Innovation. I want to explain. Innovation is one of the biggest drivers of the success, and learning culture directly supports it. When employees feel safe, when employees feel safe to experiment and even fail, they are more likely to come up with a creative solution. Google's famous 20% rule allowed employees to spend part of their time on a personal projects, which led to the products like Gmail and Google Maps. Similarly, 3M has cultivated a learning culture that iconics. Products like the Post-it notes. This example highlighted how a culture of the learning doesn't just improve current work, it generated an entirely new idea that drive long-term growth. The other part is challenges. For example, all the things has got the pros and cons. If I want to its benefits, building a learning, if I want to say about the benefits, it is building a learning culture comes with challenges. Employee may resist the new innovations because they feel increased about learning new skills. Leadership may fail to, for example, prioritize learning, seeing it as a cost rather than an investment, limited time and money. Also, restricted companies from offering cost instance program. Finally, culture difference can affect how learning is received. In some culture, employee may be hesitated to the question our experiment, which can be reduce the effectiveness of the learning culture. The challenges shows that while the idea is powerful and it is very important, very complex. About the overcoming challenges, the good news is that challenges can be overcome. Organization need to build the psychological safety to employees feel comfortable making mistakes. That means the leaders must be model and lifelong learning to set the tone. This means these companies also need to dedicated time and resources for the learning. Employees cannot learn effectively if they are also busy with their daily tasks. Finally, learning initiatives must to be tailored to the industry and healthcare or manufacturing. And what works in the North America may need to be adapted in Asia too. Tailoring insurance relevance and effectiveness. Uh, in conclusion, if I want to say they concluded the learning culture is a good optional and it is a strategic asset. Its benefit employing to give them the skills, motivation, and it benefits organization but the innovation and adaptability and the long-term performance. But to be a success, it requires leadership commitment and I think it needs organization strategy too. And companies that embraces learning will not only survive but thrive in today's uncertain business environment. Ultimately, Learning culture is about creating workplace where people and organization grow. And that is the references I use it in my presentation. And thank you for your hearing me. It was great pleasure for me, and I hope all the things we learn about different culture in all the worlds, because we came for instance, I'm saying about myself. I come from the different culture. Now I'm learning about the new culture in the new world. I think for me, it was at first was very challenging, but now it is better than past. And every day I'm learning from the people who lived more than me in Canada, and it was a great opportunity for me, and I am happy, very happy for that. I hope this information was useful for all the people. Thank you for giving me the time and listening to my presentation. I hope the best days and the best all the things. I hope the best for you. Thank you.